don't even think about it. You got. Is this the temperature you got? It's not even the spice. Let's go. Just blow and bite. Blow and bite. Yep.
You got it.
Yep.
Hey guys, it's Noah from Golden Productions, and today I want to start today's video off with a story because I'm sure you saw the title and you're very interested in seeing what I'm about to talk about. Now, anyone who knows me can tell you without hesitation what my favorite restaurant is. I love Buffalo Wild Wings. I've loved it for years now. I love the medium wings. The medium sauce wings are very good. The best fried pickles in the world. House sampler, you can't go wrong with it. There's just so much good stuff at Buffalo Wild Wings, but today, I'm not talking about the good stuff. I'm talking about the stuff that will make you want to cry. Actually, I'm talking about stuff that will force you to cry. So, I have a story here. The other day, my mom gave me a call. Mama Golden gives me a call and she says, Noah, do you want to go to Buffalo Wild Wings tonight? Now, whenever Mama Golden gives me a call and says, hey, you want to go to Buffalo Wild Wings? Now, that's just an offer I can't refuse in general, but that's just an offer you don't want to refuse. You can't refuse such an offer like that. So, of course, me being me, I said yes. So I went out to Buffalo Wild Wings. So we went out, we started eating dinner, and I look up on the screen. See, Buffalo Wild Wings is, well, we all know if you've been to Buffalo Wild Wings, there's screens everywhere. And there's little TVs in the corner that have little different things that show up on the screen. One of these things that shows up is Blazin Challenge winners throughout time. And one thing caught my eye while the screen was going along. Only one person, I believe, has won at Hometown Store. And that confused me a little bit because I always thought the challenge was rather popular, but I guess to some degree it makes sense. Not many people, including me, want to take part in the challenge. But today I'm here to overcome that fear. But if there's one thing I know in life, you gotta work smarter, not harder. And so when I looked up and I saw the challenge, I thought to myself, as much as I'm gonna want to die doing this, maybe I could be smart. Maybe I could hack the Blazin Challenge. So that's what I'm here to do today. I'm here to run in there and take on this challenge head on, but I'm going to do it the smart way. Because most people, they go into the challenge and they just start eating wings and then they die. Is essentially how it goes. But I can't let that be me. But before I go into it about how I'm going to hack the challenge, I think I first need to establish what the challenge is. It's a challenge of eating 10 wings, and these are traditional wings. So Buffalo Wild Wings offers boneless wings and traditional wings. Boneless, obviously, as the name says, is no wing in the bone. It's basically a chicken nugget. That's my personal favorite. I love the chicken nuggets. That'll get some people mad. But there's also traditional wings, which, you know, you have the flats and the drumsticks. And they basically take these wings and they drench them in their hottest sauce. 2 million Scoville units. The Carolina Reaper Blazin sauce. This thing can literally burn your skin. So this is definitely going to be something that I need to be very safe about. In fact, they actually make you sign a waiver going into it saying that if any damage happens to your body, you fully acknowledge that you got into this challenge yourself, and Buffalo Wild Wings is not at liability for it. So isn't that intimidating? But yeah, when you're eating these 10 wings, you're allowed 5 minutes to finish them. Once you hit that 5-minute mark, your challenge is done. You've lost the challenge. So you have 5 minutes to eat these 10 wings, and you cannot have anything else at the table with you. No water, no nothing at all. You are not allowed to have anything except you and your own devices. You have your hands and you have your mouth. Now, you have to clear these wings entirely, no meat at all on the bone, and you cannot remove it with anything but your mouth. So you need to eat the wing in its entirety and each 10 wings, and they will be inspected at the end of the challenge. Yes, they go crazy with it. After the challenge, they give you some milk, they give you some ice cream, and you're allowed to cry as much as you'd like. Maybe even puke if you'd like. When I was looking at the TV screen, I didn't think it would be a good idea at first, but, you know, as I said, maybe hacking this challenge is possible. If I'm going to win the Blazin challenge, I have to be able to effectively neutralize the effects of spicy food in my mouth. Actually, if you guys know MatPat, the game theorist, or even the movie theorist, MatPat did his video on the hot ones. And he basically went over ways that you could help with getting rid of that burning sensation in your mouth after eating a hot buffalo wing. And during this video, he goes over the science of it. But I will go over in a second why this isn't a slam dunk for me. But first, let me just go over why capsaicin hurts. So the thing that causes the burning sensation is this chemical compound called capsaicin. Capsaicin affects your mouth by going in and attacking pain receptors. And these pain receptors are all over your mouth, but not just that, they're all over your digestive tract. So everywhere in your digestive system, you're going to be hit by capsaicin, which is why your stomach hurts and you tend to get some issues after eating some hot food. But I'm going to take it one step further and take a look at what these specific pain receptors are, because we have pain receptors all over our body and pain feels different in different places. So in this case, capsaicin attacks a pain receptor called the vilanoid receptor, and it's also represented by some letters and numbers that I don't even want to get into because that's when it gets way too far. But all you really need to know is that capsaicin hits vilanoid receptors. So knowing this, that it hits vilanoid receptors, we actually have a few things to work on here. Capsaicin affects your body because it hitting pain receptors makes your body think that it is actually harmful to you when it isn't. Capsaicin cannot make you sick. It cannot harm your body. It cannot kill you unless you take too much of it, as is the case with anything. And there's actually been evidence to show that it can help your body. In fact, it's been used as a supplement to help with arthritis, as an interesting fact for you guys. It will cause issues for you when your body begins to think that it is actually a poison. So our goal here is to figure out what we can do to, keyword here, prevent capsaicin from making my mouth burst into a holy inferno while trying to eat these wings. Well, there's actually several ways to do this. So the first thing that I found was that capsaicin is actually an alkaline, or in other words, it's a base on the pH scale. Quick chemistry lesson for you guys here. All substances are either acidic or basic. This ranges from a scale from 1 to 14, 1 being the most acidic, so, you know, I don't think stomach acid is a 1, but, you know, just think about it. The lower numbers are acidic. 14 is the most basic or most alkaline, and, you know, the extremes either way are harmful to us. And in the middle, like around 7, is stuff like water, which is basically neutral. It's not acidic nor alkaline. These things are called neutral. Hence, what I said before in neutralization. Bases and alkalines are rather bitter tasting and have the characteristics of being smooth and / slippery. So think, you know, soapy water is a base. But if you want to go further up the scale, bleach is a very potent base. So that's about the range that you want to be thinking. Very good for cleaning, but, you know, of course, not very good for the body at too high of numbers. So that's why you always want to keep your body neutral. So your body actually is always working to neutralize itself. Which brings us to the other half of the scale, which is acids. Acids are sour tasting, so think lemons with their citric acid, if that makes sense to you guys. So if I'm going to neutralize the effects of capsaicin, I need to neutralize it on the pH scale, which means lemon juice! They only have the big bottles. Okay. The thing is, I can't drink this at the table while I'm eating, obviously. Just like I can't drink or eat anything else at the table, nor can I even use napkins. So, what's the point of lemon juice? Well, the point is that I'm going to make my mouth acidic going into the challenge. That means that when I eat the capsaicin, the wings that have the capsaicin on it, it will neutralize the capsaicin right then and there, which will allow me to skate on from the challenge pretty free of pain. Normally, you actually want to avoid your mouth being acidic. Acids are especially bad for your teeth. This is why you brush your teeth at night and in the morning. It's to keep your mouth nice and neutral. Your mouth and saliva actually can get acidic while you breathe and sleep, so brushing your teeth is just to balance it out, if that makes sense. You actually think, if you think about it, you use something that's very clean to help clean your mouth. You're using something rather alkaline. But let's once again take a look at capsaicin. Let's take a look at how capsaicin affects the mouth and body. It hits pain receptors that make them believe that your mouth is a lava pool. Technically, cooling your mouth does work, but think this out with me here for a second. When you have a headache, what do you normally do? That's right, you grab pain medicine such as ibuprofen or something of the sort. This works because this relaxes and turns off pain receptors for a temporary amount of time. Ibuprofen usually lasts around, I'd say, 4 to 6 hours. So logically speaking here, if I take some ibuprofen before going in, would that prevent such a heavy burn? Logically, you would think it would. And as it turns out, this topic has actually been studied before. And it turns out, yes, ibuprofen does relieve vilanoid receptors in the mouth. So great, now we have 2 ways to prevent capsaicin killing my mouth. So what are those 2 ways? I could take some ibuprofen before to cool and, calm down my pain receptors as I'm eating the wings. And I also have some lemon juice, which can make my mouth more acidic going into it. But there's actually still a problem here before I just go marching in lemon juice in mouth. Actually, I have 2 problems here. The first problem is that, well, yes, it won't hurt my mouth. The rest of my body will not appreciate this blast of pain juice. If 1 buffalo wing can cause me some stomach problems, you can only imagine what 10 wings of 2 million Scoville units will do. So Mr. Universe himself actually told me that if I eat cheese beforehand, it will prevent my stomach and intestines from dying on me after.
What is the universe doing? Oh no! He jumped over the top rope!
So he told me that this is not a challenge that you want to take on an empty stomach. But this is kind of in conflict with the second problem. 10 wings is a lot of food, with or without spicy sauce, and 10 traditional wings is even more food than 10 boneless wings. That's why traditional wings, even though that's the same amount, cost more than the boneless wings. So my initial plan was to fast for 24 hours before the challenge. You see, I'm Jewish, so I do this every Yom Kippur, so 24-hour fasts are not too big of a problem for me. But with the point that Lucas made, I wanted to make sure that I took care of myself because I realized the risk of me puking after the challenge was actually pretty high. Bonus thing, though, was that I needed to figure out some way for me to feel really hungry. Even if that wasn't entirely the case. Even if I ate beforehand, I want to make sure that I have that feeling of hunger, because if I go into it not feeling hungry, I don't care how spicy those wings are or how not spicy those wings are, I'm not going to make it through the challenge because, as I said, 10 wings is a lot of food and 5 minutes is a short amount of time. So let's take a look at it here. Let's take one more deep dive into the body and how it works. Our body gets the signal that it's hungry from a chemical called ghrelin. Yes, there's your word of the day, ghrelin. Ghrelin is called the hungry chemical because it makes our brains believe that we are hungry, whether or not we are. And most of the time, it's pretty right. If you're getting lots of ghrelin being produced, odds are you're pretty hungry. But there are ways to make your body create more ghrelin. And you'd think that working out beforehand would actually increase ghrelin. Like, going on the treadmill and really knocking out a hard workout would make you more hungry. It actually turns out that that's not the case. Studies have shown that possibly even the opposite happens. People who worked out tended to create either the same amount of ghrelin or in a lot of cases even less ghrelin than those who just sat around all day. So this was hint number 1 to making myself hungry. I need to sit around all day basically for these 24 hours. But there's something even more to that. Studies have shown that people who drink sparkling water, aka carbonated water, actually create ghrelin at a much higher pace than those who drink regular water or pretty much anything else. So I went to the store to get myself some Perrier, ooh, nice and fancy, and some cheese to match the lemon juice. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have the ingredients. I have some lemon juice. I have seltzer water, and I also have American cheese, which I'll get into in a second. But right now, red alert, we are currently 2 hours away from game time. Problem is, I have been fasting for 23 hours, and I'm not feeling that hungry right now, which is a problem. So that is exactly why I got the seltzer water, because that will help my ghrelin levels grow. Ah, America, where we find new ways to make ourselves get diabetes. Tastes flavorless. So, now that we have all this taken care of, cheese in hand, lemon juice in hand, Perrier in hand, laying around on my bed at hand, it's now time to go to the mall and run into Buffalo Wild Wings and probably die. Let's begin. I step outside and I completely and fully acknowledge the fact that my life will not be the same after this.
So, how did you go about preparing for this challenge?
Well, there is multiple things that went into it. The biggest one that has hurt me the most is all the lemon juice. I've drank a lot of lemon juice going into today. More
Really?
than that, I've also taken an ibuprofen pill, and I've had some cheese because I know that doing this challenge is going to destroy my digestive system.
Can't wait. So what's your strategy going into this challenge?
On paper, my strategy is to have like one wing every 10 seconds because that would have me done in the first minute 40. Thing is, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face. So I have one wing and it's killing me. You know, the likelihood of me completing the challenge doesn't look too good. So it's really triggered by how much you breathe. So I'm going to try to not breathe as much as I can within the first minute and just blaze through as many as I can get through and see what I can do from that point forward. I'm just going to go from there.
Sounds good.
So that you're not like trying to open it when like you really need it.
They really drenched those, didn't they?
That's what we do, honey. For everyone. You ready? Alright. Hold on. I'm gonna timer.
Will I be able to see the timer?
I will let you know every 30 seconds how much time you have left.
Okay.
But you can see the timer if you want. Would you prefer to see the timer?
Probably, but
How many minutes do you have?
5.
5 minutes to eat all those. No drinks, no napkins. Alright. Good. Make sure you wipe them clean too. No meat left.
Yeah.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
His hands are already shaking.
You got it.
Don't think about it and don't take any breaks because that's how it's going to hit you. Just fuck this up. And put the empty ones here so I can check to see if they're clean.
Shit. Yeah.
3 down.
How many more to go? There 10?
Yeah.
Let's go. You got 7 more. You got this. Easy shit.
You got it. You got it.
3 minutes, 30 seconds left.
Yeah. Lightweight.
You got it.
ain't nothing to you. Don't even think about it. It's nothing. Just fuck that shit up. Got this. Hell no. Let's go. Next one. If you got to, so, bro. 2 minutes and 13 seconds.
You going? You got it. You got it.
You got this. Only a few more left. You got it? Let's go. Come on.
2 minutes left.
You can do it.
Let's go.
And you're more than halfway through, so you got this.
Yeah, hell yeah. You gonna finish this. You gonna get this. Yep.
Keep going, keep going.
I believe in you. Just go. You got this.
I think he's gonna do it.
Don't think about it.
Don't even. Just fuck. No pussy shit. Come on, yeah.
You can do it. Come on, come on.
You got one more left.
And you got 40 seconds. You're on time. Keep going.
You got this. You definitely got this.
Yes,
You got it. Yeah. One more.
You gotta do it. Do
One
it.
more.
Get it. Get it. Just go. All or nothing. All or nothing.
30 seconds.
No, that's just like skin extra skin.
30 seconds. 28,
got this.
27.
You got this.
You got it. You got it. You got it. Just chow down. Just chow down.
22, 21, 20, 19, 18.
You got it. Yeah. No, he doesn't need it.
No, I'm all good. I'm all good. Give me these napkins.
I'll be right back with my screen for you, okay?
You did that.
Holy shit. You good? Oh my god. You looked like you were gonna fucking die that whole time. Holy shit. Look at that. Alright, here we are with the aftermath interview. Noah, how did that make you feel?
My lips hurt. That made me feel pain. I cannot physically look at the plate right now.
This one.
But, oh yeah.
This is the end result.
Ice cream for a champion.
Yeah. How does it feel to be a winner right now?
You know, I've never felt like such a loser being a winner, but I'm proud of myself.
Good.
I've never done any kind of eating challenge in my life, but I'm proud that I can handle that.
Good, good.
Well, I won. And not only did I come away with what may be my favorite picture of me ever, take a look at this beauty, I also came away with some useful information. And that included a proof of concept that some bit of research actually can go a long way. Throughout the challenge, though, you could tell that I was struggling. And I think maybe there was some room for improvement in terms of neutralizing the spice. But most of the struggle, as you heard me say during the challenge, it wasn't from the spice. It was the physical temperature of the food. These wings were fresh out of the fryer. They were drenched in this death sauce, and I needed to scarf them down in 5 minutes. I have a decent pain tolerance to spice. When it comes to really physically hot stuff, like soup even, or even hot chocolate, I can't do it. I'm a total baby. I don't know what it is, but I hate really hot food. And that's funny because I enjoy physical hot weather, which is a strange thing, but, you know, our bodies work in weird ways, don't they? This is what hurt me the most. Luckily, though, I had my support team there to push me through the challenge, even if the pain felt intolerable. You could tell after I ate the first wing, I was shaking. Now, I was also shaking from some bit of adrenaline. I was, feeling such anxiety before the challenge, and for good reason. This is a challenge to feel anxious for. I did not throw up after, though. That's a positive. All told, I had a lot of fun researching this, and I can take pride in knowing not just that I'm a winner, but also an educated one. And as I said, some research can go a long way, just like this challenge here. Sometimes you need to dig a little deeper and think rather outside the box, but once you actually put all the pieces of the puzzle together and do something with it, that sense of pride is like nothing else in this world to me. I felt so prideful after, and even during the challenge, you could even see it while I'm talking in the challenge, and I'm saying it's the physical temperature that was affecting me. I was feeling pretty prideful in that moment that I wasn't hurt by the spiciness. But, you know, as I said, it's the physical temperature that was slowing me down. Now, would I suggest doing the Blazing Challenge? Or would I even do the Blazing Challenge again? No. I would not do the Blazing Challenge again. I did it once, and I did it with so many precautions in place, I could not imagine doing it without them. And I don't even want to try it. But if you want to do it, I'm not your parent. I'm not going to say whether you can or cannot do something. So just be aware, you will have to sign a waiver, and the waiver is valid. This challenge can hurt you if you're not fully prepared. And if you lose the challenge, it can hurt your pride pretty damn hard. But do as you choose. And of course, if you do take on the challenge or have taken on the challenge in the past, leave a comment down below. Let me know. Let me know what time you did it at. That being said, though, be safe and have fun whenever, wherever you can. Responsibly, of course. I will continue to do things like this that interest me, you know, on topics that are pretty out there. And I will, of course, bring you along for the ride with me in the research that I gain and the knowledge that I gain of this world that we live in. So if you want to be a part of that journey with me, if you want to continue to be a part of this ride, be sure to like this video, subscribe, and share this video. Get it out to people, spread the knowledge, and see if you guys can beat the Blazin' Challenge. Again, be safe. Maybe you have something to learn from this as well, and in future videos, maybe you'll even have more to take away from it. But for now, peace out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.